Okay, and for people that are intending to participate, we need to number our users. So I will assign us each a number. I see one person online, Teodoro, and I'm going to give you a number as well.
Remember, you took one of the numbers for yourself, Anne.
I did. Okay, I
User
will.
1.
01. And I guess we'll just start now. And I'm just going to number everybody in the room, whether they are going to follow along or not. So I'm giving you 202, and I'm going to go from my left to right. Jihung 03, sort of left to right. Ben 04, Dave 05, Beth 06, and you are user 06 when you log in. You all are me now, you guys.
That's going. It should work, but it'll be very confusing because if anyone saves it, it'll overwrite the other person. So you should try to have a separate account per user.
Oh. Okay, we're going to restart, and I'm still number 1. Damn it. Okay. No problem. No problem. 01, 2. Jihung is 3. Ben is 4. Dave is 5. Beth is 6. And what's your name? Not you. I'm sorry. The woman behind you. Laura. 07. Thank you. And Teodoro, are you there? Teodoro, I'm just going to put a note in the chat for you, if you're there, that we are giving you the user ID user 07. I'll just write that down.
Jim, I think we're going to start now. So I'm going to just give you the presentation, and then you can start sharing your screen if you want.
Sounds good.
Now you can start sharing now.
Okay. So I'm just going to that address, and I'll pretend to be user 23. So that the fresh account should work just like yours. Password is Anaconda for everybody. That's another reason we have to take these down. They're not very secure. Can anyone who's following along, can you just verify whether people were able to log in as their respective user?
Everybody's good, I believe.
All right, looks like you beat me. I'm waiting on the internet.
Yeah.
Just go on to one already logged into. You should see a page that has one project. I just put one project on each account for this event, and you click on that project.
I think we're good.
Oh, my other one plugged in, so I'll use that to refresh. Internet is being very, my audio is on a phone, so that's working reliably, but my internet connection is being very spotty, which is very annoying. Hopefully it's working better for you guys.
Mine's okay, but yeah, that's unusual. I mean, that we're good and Jim is not.
Okay, so if I click on session, that's all. Everything after this is the same as if you had it on your local machine. Once I've visited this running session, I should get a Jupyter notebook. And if you follow the instructions for your local laptop, or not even a laptop, it can be your server, wherever whenever you run that, then you should get a notebook similarly.
Jim,
Remarkably slow and unusable.
there's a timeout on these sessions?
There is a timeout. If you reach the timeout, you should be able to put in your username again and go back to the same thing you were working on. You shouldn't lose your results unless you have two people logged in at the same, in which case you're always going to overwrite each other's results.
Okay.
Being remarkably slow, but finally sort of opening. And then you click on the notebook.
Does everybody have the notebook open? Okay, I think
I'm
we're
sure
good.
you guys are doing better than I am. So, slow at my end. I'll just go to my copy of the notebook. It should be the same as you guys have. Eventually mine will load. This is running locally on my machine. This is the same thing I presented today, that you basically have that same notebook. And so you can do kernel, restart, and run all. You can also run it line by line, but this just makes sure everything's working at the beginning. It should fill in all of the cells. Until you run it, there's no data, there's no output.
Let's have
so,
a kernel restart and run all.
Once you run it, you should get output.
Okay.
In this case, here's it's running. It shows a star while it's still running. It'll take a minute maybe to run this notebook. Okay, and when it's got a number instead of a star, that means it's done with that cell.
So you guys in the audience, will you just give me the thumbs up when you've done that so I know we're together at least? Okay, all right. You guys.
Okay, so you'll know it works if you've got a map in the cell labeled number 2.
Yep.
Okay, so basically at this point, I just want to make sure everybody's got it running and working, and then we can have kind of a deep dive or Q&A about each of the steps until people kind of understand what the heck we're doing. So first off, is it working?
Yes.
Okay, so from the top, in Python, you have to tell it which libraries you're going to use. So we told it to import these libraries. If we didn't, we're doing geo work. If you wanted to do these tools without using latitude and longitude, you would not need GeoViews and you would not need Car2Py. The rest of the tools, other than those two, the rest have no idea what field you're working in or what type of data it is. You can just do annotation of any type of data from anywhere. And then we're using panel to do the layout. And here we selected bokeh. That's the only thing that's supported, so it should always say that. There aren't any other tools in Python that I know of that support the same stuff. There is, I guess, IPyLeaflet. There was plenty, I can't remember the details, but somebody was working on tools that used Leaflet and could do similar things. So if you're already using Leaflet, you might check out those tools instead of what we have. If you have trouble finding that, just send me an email. All right, and so the next stage is that we get an object. If you want to look at this object, you can see what it is. It's a web mapping tile service object with coordinates latitude and longitude. Maybe that doesn't tell you much. The important thing is that it displays as a map and that it has these bokeh interactive controls. Any questions on the bokeh interactive controls, like how you select them or how that works?
Wait.
There's lag because of the internet. Can you, when you advance to a new line number, can you just on this line?
Sorry?
Can you refer to the line number as you
Ah,
advance?
uh,
So you move ahead to the next thing and saying you look at the next piece of code, it's unaware, we're not aware that you moved ahead.
because there's a lag. Okay, I'm going to restart it so that I have the right line numbers. Anytime you execute the line, the number goes up, unfortunately. So if you're following along, then we'll get the same line numbers. So line number 2 is the one that just shows the map. We'll move to line number 3, which is much more interesting. Oh, you're right. I can see that my screen sharing is lagging a long way behind. That makes it frustrating. Okay, it's finally caught up. Is that all right? Line 3?
I think so. I think if we go slow, it'll be fine.
Okay, so we're on line 3, and this is the first one to kind of really unpack what's going on here. And what we've done is define a little bit of data. This particular one is some coordinates. In reality, here I used a list. Really, this would be very likely to be a file on disk or an array. But this is just for demonstration. This is kind of the easiest way to get a little bit of data in. And so if we have data in latitude and longitude, we can also set some options. Like if we wish, we could set, we can make these points bigger. So these are a list of options that are understood by Bokeh. And so you can read all the tools and find out there are lots and lots of options. I actually can do help. You do http.help and then http.point. You'll find that there are all these style options about line width and colors, and options about how you handle scaling and color mapping, and there's a lot. So you can customize pretty much anything. That's the key thing to remember with these tools, http.help. If you don't like any of these options, you can find out what you can change to do so. Okay, so back to it. We're still on line 3 according to your numbering. And so we defined some options just for pretty. And then we created a new object that is a container of points. And we fed it these options we just described. And then when we look at points, just like before, I can print points and see, okay, this is a set of points also laid out on longitude and latitude. So that's what's going to allow us to overlay on the fact that they share a coordinate system. But so far, so good. You have this object called points. Your point has something called data. You can see that there's the data that's in the point. But the point is not a plot, but it happens to display as a plot. This is kind of a key thing for understanding any of these tools. But it lets you create objects that hold data, and then you see them as plots, but then you can work with them as data. So probably a good time to pause for questions.
Here we.
The gv.points function that causes this drawing to happen.
gv.points returns an object. The type of that object is GeoView's element point that is aware of coordinate system. So it's a geopoint, not a regular point.
Which element of Python causes the drawing to be made?
So this is a Jupyter notebook, and Jupyter notebooks have, so if you return the value at the end of the cell, it'll display it if it can. So if it's a number or if it's a string, it'll display it, right? That's how this notebook interface works. If it's something richer, like a JPEG image or something else, it'll also display it, and you can define custom display hooks so that even complicated objects can display themselves. And that's what's happening here. If the last line of a cell happens to be something that displays itself as a bokeh plot, it displays as a bokeh plot.
Is that only if it's the last line of a cell?
Is that only what?
I'm moderately new to these notebooks. Does it only display them if they're the last line in the cell?
You can also, it'll always display the last line, but you can also sneak in
I see. Okay.
point. So I can type.
Mhm.
Then so if you don't, it'll always display the last one, but you can do it anything you want. And so you can put that in a loop or some other context. But normally what you do is display the last one.
Yeah. Question?
And that's just a convenient way to go back and forth between code and seeing the output and then describing it and putting more code and so on.
Yes, we have another question for you.
Yeah,
Please.
so for gv.points.ops, what is the double asterisk in the argument?
If you type ops, ops is a dictionary here. What that does is essentially, it's the same as to doing this. If I cut and paste all those ops, it kind of pastes them in as a dictionary of key value pairs. So it's exactly the same as if I'd done this. So star means take this dictionary and take the contents of the dictionary and stick them in as keywords to this function call. So I could have gotten rid of it. Let me just get rid of it for clarity now. The reason I had it is that it makes the lines very long, but it's not necessary. And if it's confusing, let's get rid of it.
Whoops.
Okay, no more ops. Whoops. That probably have a parentheses.
Jim, I'm sorry. Could you do that? Just show us ops again one more time, please.
Yes.
Yes, yes. It's just a substitution of that to there.
The double asterisk, like,
Okay.
Hold on, Jim.
is it pointers in C? Is that what it's like? What's the semantics of the
It's
double?
like dereferencing a pointer, yes. It's totally optional. It's just a way to kind of organize your code. Here, probably normal users would just type in values to the ops function. But it lets you kind of get a handle on it that you can pass around. If you want to save this to some variable, you can say, like I did, variable. And now I've got a copy of it. And now I can use it if I want to.
All right. Okay. I think we're good on that one.
There. See, I created it, put it on a copy, and now I'm using it. But totally optional, and if it's confusing, just totally ignore it and pretend I did this. Okay?
Okay.
And of course, you don't need to call .off. If you don't, you'll notice the lines are a little hard to see because the points are hard to see because they're small, and then there's no padding around them. But otherwise, it works. So options are literally always optional. Okay, so having created this object that displays itself and this other object that displays itself, we can combine them. We can also put them side by side. There's a plus operator does side by side. Star operator does overlay. I should go back and put the options back because it's really hard to see otherwise. We're on original line number 4 now, where it says tiles times point. Okay?
Everybody.
Here, if we've just written tiles, we get the original object. If we just written point, we get the original object. And if you combine the two, you get what we want, which is the location that's actually overlaid on the geo coordinates. So far, so good?
Yes. Good.
Dubiously?
No, not previously.
Okay.
Wholehearted.
All right, now let's see. All right. put the size back to the original size. That's better, because that now it lines up with the tree. Okay, now here's all the magic. Well, here's a bunch more magic. We're asking for an annotator. An annotator, let's see what that is. Edit split cell.
Are you typing right now? Because I'm wondering if we're seeing your entire screen. Is it just me?
I think you're seeing I can see a tiny version of my entire screen in yours.
Okay.
So it should just have something labeled 45, something labeled 5. Well, it's still behind me. It's showing my screen, but it's very slowly.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you're still way out of date compared to me.
Ah, well, we've got to
Which is
travel.
weird because my phone works over IP, so it's using the same network, but it's working in the.
Look where the line that says points annotator. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Should be line 5 of the original. Sorry, line 4 of the original. Okay, well, I can't explain much without being able to show it, but let's just talk about the points annotator. What is, if I print the type of that? The type of that is an annotator. It's not anything that shows itself. It's not useful by itself, but it can be used to do all these things, and it can return what's called a layout, which is a couple of things side by side, and that's what I'm using here. Maybe I could break, well, oh, now it's finally updated to show my screen. Okay, so here's our first thing that we did is we got a hold of this points annotator. It's actually, we called it a points annotator, but that's an expression of intent. It's just an annotator. It doesn't care what type yet. It doesn't know what type you want to use. All annotators, this is a thing that can annotate. So we've got a copy of it. So far it doesn't do anything useful. And then let me go ahead and break this line apart. If I count my parentheses correctly. Now I'm going to get to the intermediate object here, which is this layout. And let's see if your screen is updating. Okay, so here I took my generic annotator that doesn't know what it might be annotating, and I passed it two things. I passed it a set of points. Now suddenly it knows that it's going to be a points annotator. The only reason it knows that is the point objects here are points. If I passed in polygons or rectangles, it would be a different kind of annotator. So basically, of any of the supported types, it just takes that as an argument, and whatever that is, like in this case, you'll now be able to annotate. So it takes two arguments. One is that, and the optional argument is some data that you're going to want to associate with those points. And so all it does is say, hey, I'm going to be able to annotate these points. And if you want, you can also define additional columns of data. In this case, 2 columns, 1 size column and 1 type column, float and string. So if we looked at that, that's the result we get.
I think everyone's good.
Okay, so far so good?
Yep, we're good.
Okay, so this is all magic. This is all scan functionality, which is that it takes whatever you give it, and it has an associated table. You can actually combine lots of annotators, and you get more tables here, and the plots can be laid out or overlaid next to each other. Here, this doesn't know anything about the map tile. So we can separately add those tiles in. Unfortunately, we can't use a little star operator. This is one case we found that it doesn't work because it tries to overlay the tiles over the entire thing. which is a table. So that fails. So instead, we provided this special way to put something in and stick it only in this area with the data, not with the tile, with the table. So far so good. This is kind of just something to remember. If you want to put something in, you can do so. If not, if you don't want to put tiles in, tile, label. Here I added 3 things. It's got the tiles, it's got the data points, and now it's got labels to show you where you are. Each of these 3 things is something that was defined in this notebook. Labels was defined somewhere later, but we're reusing it from the future because we ran the whole notebook and sort of went backwards. Labels is defined down here. When the screen updates, you'll see that labels is a tile source precisely like the Esri tile source was, except all it has is labels.
Yes, we can see that, and people are nodding.
Okay, you did on your own machine. Okay. And so this compose operator, all that does is let us put things in context. It otherwise doesn't affect how anything works. The annotator doesn't know that it's being displayed on top of an image. It doesn't care. That could be anything. It could be a fresh satellite photo. It could be a model output. It could be anything that you're annotating on top of. Anything Bokeh can display, which is like 50 different types of data, each with thousands of options. So it's literally anything. And so that's the key thing here, is that we added annotation capability on top of this system that can do anything already. And so that way you can annotate arguably anything. All right, and so just to clarify some of these tools, the one we've been using here, these are all kind of prepackaged into this Magic Annotator object. And when I say magic, it means that we already did the work for you. You could write hundreds of lines of Bokeh code and build this thing yourself, which would be to say, okay, I'm going to add this tool, I'm going to add this tool, I'm going to add this tool, I'm going to create a table, I'm going to link the table to this plot. When something happens here, I'm going to update when something happens on the plot, I'll update the table. When something happens on the table, I'll update the plot. If you think like that, you're not going to be thinking about geoscience. So we think like that, and we can set up these tools. But the idea is that it's taking care of all of that linking and coordinating for you. So anyway, from the top, we've got tools which are, the first one is the zoom, pan, wheel zoom with scroll bar. This is a save button and a restore button. If you've clicked on a whole bunch of stuff and you've made like 1,000 of them, you might want to hit this snapshot button or save button, checkpoint it's called. And then when you next hit restore, it'll restore to that checkpoint. So it's a good idea if you're doing a lot of work to hit this button every once in a while. There's no auto saving, unfortunately, for user input. We will add that, we just haven't done it. But there is manual saving. And then reset, please, the reset of all user data, the initial value of it. Anyway, these are all things you can read about online and figure out, or just try out and see how they work. They're not part of the explicit functionality of this notebook. So, okay on tools, or does anybody have any questions about it?
Everybody good? I believe so. We're
Okay,
good.
then the next bit is just how do you get stuff back into Python? And so in Python, we're using something called pandas. This is, so if we do the type of this, the type of what gets returned here is a pandas data frame. And the contents of that data frame are what we collected. And at that point, you can do whatever you want. You can start filtering it by I don't know if that works, but enough. brackets. I don't know. You can basically you can use anything in pandas that you want. I'm not. I shouldn't be live coding that. But anything you do, you can do that. So anything you can do with pandas, that'll select the top few elements only, and then you can filter it, do whatever you like. And that's the key. This is where all the power opens up, and we did zero work there. Our only work was to say that whatever we get can be returned as a data frame. After that, it's up to you. It's up to anybody to do whatever they want in Python. Okay, so any questions on that?
Well, we're all good.
All right. And then it doesn't really differ for rectangles. The only, again, the annotator is a generic object. It can handle any of the set of supported things, with that being these things. As long as you create one of these objects and pass it into the annotator, then it will annotate that particular object. And so here we made a rectangle with some initial rectangles. We told it to be slightly transparent. If we didn't, annoying. And then we added in this label. And again, if we didn't do this compose, we would just have the rectangle annotator itself. We passed in these rectangles. That's what these things are. These two things here are these two rectangles with those mounting boxes in let one. And if we just look at them all by itself, rectangles, we see those are the rectangles. And then you just start taking that. Yeah, that's on the screen. So rectangles by itself displays just like the point did. And if we look at the layout, that's what's returned by the annotator. It's just rectangles plus the tool and the table that can be used to annotate it. And then the last step is the same as before. We sneak in tiles and labels so that we have some idea of what the heck we're doing. But the tiles and the labels could be anything. It could be a geotiff. It could be any object that locates in display. So far, so good?
Everyone's good.
Okay. Here, there's a technical limitation. It doesn't look like we have any extra columns here. And there's another one, which is, for some annoying reason, you can add new boxes, but you can't edit the locations of existing ones except in the table. So you can edit it in the table, but not on the screen here. But that'll be taken care of once somebody figures it out. And always, the whole point is that you can then, lost where I was, you can then get the data back into Python, which means save it to CSV, save it to XML, YAML, whatever. And then lastly, the path, it's the same story again. We have a generic annotator. It becomes a path annotator when we pass a path to it. Here's a path. We just had the path. Path would display itself. If we did path files times path, we would just see the path on the tile. If we did layout, we would get this whole annotator, but not in context. And then finally, we have this, what I find annoying, this compose operator that lets you combine this, sneak the tiles into this overall annotator.
Why is that annoying?
Well, because we have this very nice feature, tiles times path. Yeah. We would like to do tiles times layout.
Yeah, I see.
So that the thing that works, but that, as you can see, that doesn't work. It should work, but it's trying to overlay everything all together, unfortunately. So it's gotten confused between the map and the table. It's trying to get them all into the same plot, which is not what we wanted. We wanted the tiles to go only into this part of the plot and not over here. So that's why it's annoying. It's a new thing that I have to remember. I can always remember star. That works for everything else in this whole ecosystem. You just multiply them all together and they come up overlaid, but not for this one case. So it's annoying because I have to learn annotate.compose. Otherwise, it's fine. We like things to be clean.
Not here. Okay. So if I create some the labels are not what I want, how do I delete that?
How do you delete them?
Yeah.
Okay, so in this case, you select it and press delete key. So now it's gone. There's only one select. I don't know if you can see the screen. I always have to keep checking what you can see. So it's not deleted on your screen yet, so it's catching up. It deleted immediately from my screen. The top polygon deleted when I hit the delete key on my keyboard. And if you're on Windows, it'd be the backspace key. We would like some things like being able to select whole things at once and delete them. I can't say if that works right now. I haven't tried that. Okay, I think it's updated on your screen now. You can see it deleted, but it deleted a long time ago. Okay, and
He's not getting that to work on his screen.
Locally?
Are you doing the web version or?
Well, but I mean, not my web sharing. Okay, to make it work, there's a trick, which is that you either have to select it in the table, in which case it'll turn pale yellow, or you can select it in the plot. But no matter what you do, even if you select in the table, your cursor has to be in the plot. This is annoying.
Hang on.
Because the table tries to capture your keyboard image.
Oh, his delete key, your delete key, the mapping, it must be different. Yeah, so.
Yeah, try the backspace key if you have one.
Is that right?
On a Mac, it's delete.
Well, right, no, it is Mac. He's got the latest Mac and his delete key is functioning differently, so hang on.
You might have to select the right tool. There are two tools in the toolbar. You probably can't see my pointer because it's too slow. There's one that points to a vertex, and there's one that points to this kind of trapezoid polygon. You want the path scroll tool, the second one that's not pointing to a vertex. If you are pointing to a vertex, delete works on the vertices. And if you're pointing to the whole thing, which is what I did, it's deleting the entire thing.
And just even, yeah, must be. Yeah, it seems to be his keyboard, so he's reloading one more time here.
Okay, if you have an actual bug, please report that to Bokeh.
Your
there
feedback.
might be some system where it's set up and gives different key values, in which case we ought to know.
Yeah, that's our feedback right now, is it would be nice to have a delete button.
On screen?
Yeah, right.
For the currently selected one. Okay, that is a reasonable thing. Okay, and I don't want to go into the details, but this is a fairly complicated little thing here. It lets you, it distinguishes between normal vertices and special vertices that can be connected to other vertices. This is something important for Earth simulations where you want to kind of pin values at particular points. It's probably not relevant to your machine learning workload. So I think you're going to ignore all these extra little buttons here.
But are you saying you can drop pins and then include them in a shape or path or something?
you can draw a state and then you can designate some subset of those states. Here on my screen, if you can see it, that the bright blue one is different from all the rest. The bright
Right.
blue one was the starting and ending one, and you can draw a new one connected to it to go to other things, but you can't draw them from the red one. So it's, this is called a path-breaking vertex. It's one where you can insert new things connected into it.
Ah, okay.
Anyway, this you'll just have to read about it because I don't remember all the details. I just know that our collaborators really needed that for a certain type of simulation. So I always ignore it.
Okay. I think we're good.
Okay, and I think that oh, this is one slightly different case where it's got a bunch of this is a two-level annotator, so it allows you to draw lots of polygons, but then you can access the vertices within the polygon, and that's what's happening here. You can ask for data frame of a particular polygon. If you change it to 1, I don't think there is one. Yeah, there's an error because there's only one polygon. But if there are more than one, it would give you the value for each one individually. And so in this case, you'd need to write a loop to collect all the polygons and put them into some hierarchical data frame or whatever you might want to use. In this case, each one of the polygons is a data frame. And this is appropriate if you have individual, single, very complicated ones. And the rest is all about just how things fit together. What we showed you is all of using GeoView. We didn't show anything about panel. The panel basically lets you take any bit and line it up and arrange it with any other bit. And so that's how this was created in the first place. This was arranged with panel behind the scenes. But users can arrange it whatever they want, and they can pull things apart, put them back together, put widgets here, put another widget over here, whatever. You can't see my screen, but I'm pointing to a plot. And whenever it updates, basically you can lay out any series of plots. Somebody asked during the talk about spectral image. You can easily lay out 3 images side by side. They'll all have linked axes. And so when you annotate on one, you'll see how it relates to everything else. Pretty much anything is possible.
A follow-on question would be,
Yeah.
I don't know, to set the context at the image we're looking at, can I plop a point down on one of those fields, hook up some kind of that will go find the boundaries of that, then
Yes.
play the boundaries and let me futz with them if I don't think they're right?
Yeah, so I had wanted to show a demo of that. In fact, that's the first thing we created with these tools, which was that's really what's happening here, but I didn't have it. A, it's not running because the environment is stale. And B, even if it did, it's not exactly what you want. So basically, that's what you do is you say whatever you care about, and then it runs an algorithm. It runs an algorithm to extract the contours from the actual image. So this blue item that's on the screen, that was extracted automatically from the satellite image before it. And so, and at that point, you can futz with it. I actually don't, this is just a static web page. It doesn't have Python live, but I don't know if, how much of this functionality is still there. But at least when it's fully running, you can click on things and, well, I just added it. You should be able to, I can move the whole thing. That's not very useful. You should be able to click on things and drag them around to adjust them. Oh, there you go. Okay, so even though this Python isn't running, I'm doing this in my web browser. I've adjusted it to be a very bad outline now. Yeah, you can see it updated on your screen now. So I took some of these automatically generated points, and I found the right tool. It wasn't this one, it was this one, the Vertex Move tool, or whatever it's called. And I was able to edit and rearrange things using my own best judgment, which is clearly poor.
I think we're good here now with that. And Jim, let me just a heads up. we do have one more demo scheduled after this, so we probably want to wrap up in the next, I would say,
I'm
10.
done.
Oh, you're done? Oh,
Well, yeah, we got the notebook. Everything else is just questions, and those can stop whenever you're ready.
okay. Well, hold on. Let's see. Okay. I guess we have no questions. Do you have concluding thoughts, Jim?
Concluding thoughts are that these are new tools, so bear with us. They are actively being developed. They're funded. They're open source. So you can fix things. You can ask us to fix them, and because we're funded, we will probably do so. And we're actively looking for feedback.
That's so cool that you're funded. Who's funding you? Yes.
Lots of people, basically people who found that the tools worked pretty well, but they didn't do everything they wanted. And so this particular tool was initially funded by the Army Corps of Engineers. They wanted to highlight a region and then make a mesh of it and simulate it at high resolution in some areas and low resolution in others. So this development was all paid for by Army Corps of Engineers doing hydrology modeling.
Oh, wow.
But at the same time, we're working with NASA on lots of machine learning applications. We're working with people at a variety of different institutions. Actually, none of us are climate scientists, but it just turns out that we have tools that can display, I didn't show any here, that can display extremely large data sets in a web browser. And so this has attracted the interest of a lot of climate scientists and other geoscientists, which is how we ended up in this area.
What are those, the name of those tools?
It's called Datashader.
Datashader.
Datashader is integrated into GeoViews and HoloViews so that you can very easily, what it does is server-side rendering. Bokeh is a client-side library. It's running in your browser. All the drawing and interaction, that all happens in your web browser, which means that any of the data Bokeh works with has to be in your web browser. With Datashader, you can render the data at the server, no matter how big the data is, an image of the data down into the browser, so that you're independent of the data size. Python can render very large things, and then when they show up locally, it'll be something your browser can handle. So that lets us handle extremely large simulation data sets, large elevation data sets, large sets of imagery, using GPUs or not GPUs, and render it all server-side and have it all usable client-side. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, that's cool. Sounds good.
So that was our ticket to India of these applications. Otherwise, you have to choose: do you want interactive in a web browser, or do you want to have big data? You can't have both.
Right.
With our tools, you can have both.
Yeah, wow, very nice. Okay, any final questions, thoughts, comments, ideas? Okay, I think we're good on that one, and we will now transition to our next demo. Thanks so much, Jim. These are really lovely tools. I really like what you guys
Thanks for having us.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
So we'll need a minute to transition. So hang on, everyone.
Okay. Okay, so this tool is what I mentioned, called Naval Image. So I think all of you are using Mike. I I suppose. Any of you are using Windows? You're using Windows? Okay. Yeah, it's good. As long as you have the Python installed, so it doesn't matter. So first, I want you to open search label IMG in the Google and open the first one. That one is GitHub repo of this tool. So so for those Mac users, you can open your terminal and check if you have Python installed. So like you can type Python dash version. Do you have Python? Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. So then type pip3 install label image. I think the I is capital. Yeah, I already installed, so it says it's already satisfied. Just let me know if your install is successful. Anyone good? Please let me know your installation goes well. Pip, yes, pip3. You don't have pip3? Probably you need a Python 3. I think Python 2 also works, but I'm not sure. And then you can directly try. You can remove the 3 and try if your 2 is it works. Yeah. Pip install label img. R is capital. Yeah, that's perfect. Anybody successfully? Yeah, it probably take one minute. What about Windows guy? Okay. So for those who already installed it successfully, next command is gonna type label img directly. Good. Let me see. Oh, some errors. Python. Yeah. So it's better to use your sudo. Yeah. Landing okay? Okay. So it's fine. Okay. Good. Label install you need a install. Yeah, that all looks good. Okay.
Did that just fine. We're supposed to put it in the packaging.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there is something wrong with Pi Qt 5. That's a non issue. Anything running good? No? Yeah, good. Yeah, it looks good, right? Yeah. Yeah. As long as that it's fine. Okay, great. Um, so once you got it installed, just type the enable img, and the window is gonna show up. So that's the installation. It's pretty simple and direct. So now we need to label some images. So my proposal is let's label some vacation beach images to cheer people up. You can search high resolution vacation beach umbrella area images in the Google and make sure the label use these tools to filter those images. We have permission to reuse. So yeah, so download the first image to a folder. I recommend you create a folder like this. So first create eZip labeling, and then create two subfolders under that. One folder named images, the other one named labels. So put the image here in the images folder. So that will make it easier to manage. And let me download multiple images. Oh, if it shows up in the Google search results, the format is good. Yeah, I think I downloaded 4 images, and please let me know you're ready. So yeah. Oh, okay.
But we're still recording it, so.
Yeah, I think we should record it. you don't have to go to that route. Or if you want to create the folders, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Download the multiple images first, and let's proceed to open that folder in using this button. Open directory. I don't recommend to open single file for labeling. You should always use the second one to open the whole directory. So next time, when you open the tool, the whole directory and the labels will automatically load it. So you do not have to, it's like a workspace. It will be exactly the same way when you left last time. So open that image folder. It will show like this. Please let me know it works. Yeah. Yeah, the second one, yes. Open that image folder. Yeah, it works. Great. What about you?
How do I launch it? Are you using Perception?
Oh, yeah. Well, this way it has some issues, I think.
Do it through?
Yeah. No. You'd better use that pipe install. You know, pip3. That will install every library that you need. Otherwise, you have to maintain them by yourself. That's very tough. So after we open that tool, we can label them already. So here, make sure before you labeling, make sure that which format you want the labels should be in. There is two options. The first one is Pasaka VOC, and the other one is YOLO. Make sure which model, you have to be aware of which model you want to run on these labels. So I choose YOLO, and but it's not already unsolved problem, because one format could be transformed into another, but you have to do extra work to do that. So make sure at the beginning, make sure that which one you want to use, and click this one. It will change to YOLO, and click W on your keyboard, and the mouse will change to something like this, and you can draw bounding boxes on the image, and like this one is a beach umbrella, and click OK. Yeah, so we just created a one label successfully. So next time you want to add more labels, just click W and draw. If the class is there, you able to show what class are available in this dialog. Select one and click OK. So every time click W to draw. And for example, I want to label some cars here. Car. Okay. So once you do that, all these labels will be stored somewhere. So if you want these labels are stored into a directory, you can change the save directory to labels. And my suggestion is that put this label folder just beside that image folder to make sure they are always together. So you will know where to find them. The label file will be with the same name as the image name. So it will be exactly matched with this image. So once you change the name, probably you will lose these labels, because the matching relationship is destroyed. Which one? This one? Well, this is XML, I think. Let me see. Oh, it's not safe. Let me save. Save. It's a TXT. Okay. If you choose YOLO, it will be a TXT. If you choose another format, then that's XML. So this TXT will contain something like this. Yeah, so I'm sure that this one is class ID, and these things are coordinates. It doesn't show the exactly number of the waders or location of the labels. It's a ratio. That's relative to the image widths and heights. So the classes will be stored here. It's designed this way because maybe the lengths of the class might be changed. So you can change from here without impacting that label relationship. So that's pretty much how this tool being used. So it's very easy and it's very ideal to create a labeling army. Difficult. Probably it's yeah, it's a label about I think it's difficult to identify something. I really don't know actually. I don't use this one.
The question was, when do you use the difficult box? And we're not sure. It's difficult to understand because it's difficult. Okay.
So this bounding boxes can be adjusted anytime. So after So after I finished this job one day, and I want to close this. Yes. And next day I opened it. And I opened that folder. And I will change this one to, okay. Next one, previous one. It's not loading. Yeah, so that's probably one problem. Because it should, you know, all these labels should automatically load it. Yeah. Let me try this one. Kangaroo. Okay. Yeah, so it's like this. So open the image and the annotation folder at the same time. It will automatically load it like this. So so you can adjust these labels and save it again. So it's not the whole project is well managed, at least for one person. And when you want a lot of people work together, you have to find another way to, you know, manage the labels contributed by different labels.
This is one one guy's effort, and so we're dependent on.
Sorry. So the project is actually very famous. Let me open that one. So this project is initiated by this guy from Amazon at Canada, but it has 3,000 folks, and actually there is 56 contributors. So the last commit is 18 days. and the support is very active. So, so this tool, I think it's very well maintained. It's already established. So it's not some kind of a prototype thing. It's already used by a lot of people. Like start by almost 100, almost 10,000 people. So a lot of people are using them.
All right. Very simple, very easy, very free. Okay. Well, do you have any other thoughts about it or anything you want to say about? Okay. All right. Okay. Excellent. Well, I guess we'll wrap up the session, the morning, and the meeting, except for lunch. So thank you all for your time and effort and interest in this topic. And again, as I say, I do think there's a lot of interest in labeling. So I think we'll probably try to do something else in the summer session. And if anyone has ideas or thoughts about that, I would love to hear them. Come join our telecons. We meet on the third Friday morning of the month. What else? Oh, we meet at noon Eastern. Where I live, it's the morning. Okay. Yes, it's the machine learning cluster. So, okay, thank you all so much. I really want to thank our presenters again because your work really is good for everybody, and I know it takes time and effort, and so thank you very much. Okay, let's go have some lunch.